Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching Lala Tarot. My name is Lala and today we are going to be unboxing the Grail Tarot. It is illustrated, the cards are illustrated by Giovanni Casali and it's by John Matthews. I just stumbled upon this tarot deck while at the metaphysical store. And I saw the front of it and I was like, okay, this looks really, really neat. I just wanted to pick it up and share it with you guys because just looking at the cover of it, it just looks really neat. It looks like there's going to be very good images. I haven't opened it. I don't know what the backs look like. I don't know what any of it looks like. We're going to be looking at these together. So I'm really excited about that. Another thing that I picked up from the metaphysical store that I want to show you guys, we're going to look at the Grail Tarot, but we also have the Forest Fae mini cards here too. And I just thought these were so cute. I saw these at the metaphysical store as well. So if we do have time, we may flip through this. If you do want to see this on a separate unboxing, if we don't have time, then just let me know. Leave it in the comment box. But these were really cute and I'm interested to see what these are like as well. So yeah, as always, in addition to us unboxing the tarot deck or the oracle deck, we also look at complementary cards that might go along with it. And at the end of that, we pull a spread to look into some messages for you using the new deck that we opened up and the complementary cards that might go along with it. Now, today is very special because I have pulled out our charm bucket, and so I'm excited for us to use our charms and pull you guys some additional messages today using that. So we'll take a look at the charm bucket today. And yeah, so this is going to be really, really exciting. We're looking at the Grail Tarot by John Matthews today. So first, before we do that, let's look at the things that I think might be great decks to go along with it. Starting with the Vintage Wisdom Oracle by Victoria Mossely. This deck is just so pretty. I love it. I love the guidebook. I love how soft and gentle it is. But at the same time, you know, it leaves you with these great and powerful messages. These are the backs of the cards and they are large. You guys know I absolutely love and adore large oracle or tarot cards. So here's what they look like. You get these really beautiful gentle and soft messages, just one word, and they're just really vintage. And I feel like the Grail Tarot is going to have some similar styles in it. So we'll use this deck today in your spread. It's really beautiful. It's so cute and I haven't used it in a while, so I'm really excited to make it a part of our reading today. So we'll look at these today, and that is the Vintage Wisdom Oracle cards, okay? All right, and then another deck that I felt might go very well with it is the Mystical Healing Reading Cards. This is by Ina Segal. I believe that's how you would pronounce her name. And these are really lovely. You get this nice guidebook, if I can get it out. And you get just these messages about certain things that, you know, you may want to work on healing. Like this one says, learn from karma. These are the backs of them. They are so pretty. Oh my God, I love these cards. They feel so good in your hands, and they're really colorful, but they have like this vintage feel to them as well. They have this old, ancient, ancestral type of feeling as well. And so I really like these, and I think they're great for healing messages, and maybe we'll be able to get something off of these today for what it is that you might need at this time. All right, so these are the Mystical Healing Reading cards, and we're going to use these as part of the spread today, so I'm excited about that. All right. And then what else? Let me see. I also want to use the Heal Yourself reading card. So it's a lot of healing that I have been called to, healing decks that I've been called to use today. And so maybe there's someone who's watching this video who needs a healing message, and that's perfectly okay. If this is not your message, it's okay. Just watch the unboxing of the Grail Tarot. You don't have to stay for the reading itself, but if so, you know, that's what we're going to be doing today. We'll be using the Heal Yourself reading cards. Now, I love this deck. With this deck, I mean, the pictures are just so stunning. First of all, let's talk about that. These are the backs of them. And they have one keyword. And the guidebook is awesome. I mean, these are spot on. Every single time I use this deck, it's spot on to whatever my issue is. Whether it's procrastination or needing to just pay attention to, you know, the signs, or if it's a soulmate reading. I mean, they are beautiful. The girls of them are beautiful. There is diversity in this deck. And she looks like Angelina Jolie to me. The girls are absolutely beautiful in this deck. And it just, the pictures just invoke so much emotions. And it's very, very, very spot on. And so I think this might go very well with the Grail Tarot. We'll see, right? We'll see. So lots of healing messages today. We'll talk some about maybe what the ancestors want to let you know as well, because I am just kind of getting that vibe. We'll talk a little bit about that. And so those are some of the decks that are going to be going along with the Grail Tarot today. And I'm interested, you know, to see what this deck is all about. So let's open her up and get right to it, shall we? All right. So when you open it, and this was not, first of all, let me just start by saying, this was not a cheap deck. On Amazon, it runs for about $28.99. If you get it in store, it retails for $34.99. So it's not very, very cheap. You know, it's relatively, you know, it's okay. It's not too cheap. It's not too expensive either. Looks like it's published by Red Feather. And it does say that the suits are represented by stone, swords, what's called lance, and vessel. So I assume the stone would be the, well, let's just look and see. Let me not assume anything, right? That's the point of unboxing it. So let's go ahead. Now, what I do first notice by taking off the top, or at least trying to take off the top, A, it's not easy to take it off. And B, the top is kind of flimsy. You guys know I love my hard boxes, right? And this one is not. It's kind of soft, if you can tell. It does kind of fold and bend, and I don't like that because I can't put nothing on top of it because it'll smash it eventually. So that's the first thing that I noticed. I feel like for $35, you should get a box that's going to be sturdy and it's going to be able to withstand some stuff, right? Because we're going to have these for a minute. I know I will. So let's look at the guidebook. It comes with a pretty large guidebook, and it is, let's see, 192 pages total. Doesn't look like it has any color in there. That's another minus, because it should, you know, it should have some color. It does have a description, and then it get this long passage here about it, and maybe some keywords. It looks like you'll get for the card. So just opening it up, we're not going to spend too much time on the guidebook, but it does look like you get the major arcanas here, and they are not typical. They have words like the Grail Seeker for the Fool, the Gnostic Christ for the Magician, the Magdalene for the High Priestess. So you're going to have to know the numbers of your, you're going to have to know the numbers for your major arcanas. You're going to have to be a little bit more experienced with this deck, because if you're not experienced and you don't know which number correlates with what in the regular Rider-Waite tarot, then you won't really be able to translate it for this one. And then as far as your minor arcanas, you have stones, swords, lances, and vessels. So let's just make sure that we understand what those suits represent as it relates to the regular Rider-Waite-Smith. And then we'll get to looking at the cards. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fast forward towards, I think I know what's obviously stones would be, right? So let's just go ahead. The minor arcana. So, okay, so it says right here, the suit of stones is traditionally pentacles. The suit of swords is the air, swords. The suit of lances are the wands or fire, and vessels would be the cups, water. All right, so stones, pentacles, swords would be swords, right? Lances are going to be wands, and vessels will be cups. So that's easy enough to remember. All right, so let's go ahead, and that's the guidebook. It would be nice, take some time to read this. It is pretty lengthy, but it's a good addition to have. It looks like it gives you a lot of descriptions about the cards and how to get to know the cards and how to work with the tarot. Also gives you some spreads in the back of the book. Nice, long, lengthy spreads. If you really want to spend some time, with this guidebook, then you certainly, could do so. I do like it though. I still feel like I like the pictures, but let's see. I'm excited to see what these cards look like. So they come in just a little plastic box like this, and you get this cheap little plastic. And I'm sorry, I'm not to talk about the deck really, but I'm just trying to be honest with you guys. It is a little flimsy. It's a little flimsy to me, and I think for the amount that it costs, it could have been a little bit more durable. So that is a little flimsy to me. I don't know how well this will hold up. I think it might be best to just buy a nice little bag to put your cards in and just use it that way. I think that might be the best thing to do. So you have your cards. They come like this, and here are the backs of them. It looks like it's just a seal, just a seal that you would get. And yeah, and so that's what the backs of the cards look like. Now they are flimsy. They're flimsy. The backs of the cards are not very, very thick at all. They're pretty flimsy. Okay, so the images better be pretty darn good. That's what I'm expecting, at least. So let's take a look and see. I'm not going to try to translate it. Well, maybe I should translate it for you guys, since they don't come in the typical one. And it doesn't, like, even the guidebook, it won't even say, like, okay, the Grail Seeker, the Fool. Like, it won't translate that for you. So you really have to know yourself, what is the Fool? What number is the Fool? So you have the Grail Seeker. And then that's a nice card. He's looking out to the cup. The Gnostic Christ. All right, the Magician. The Magdalene, which is the High Priestess, I believe. Definitely heavy on religion in this deck. Heavy on Christianity. Sheba, the Empress. And Solomon, the Emperor. All right, Melchizedek, number 5, which I think might be the Hierophant. It's definitely nothing like the original Rider-Waite-Smith. Like, even the pictures don't really help you figure it out that great. The 2 Knights of the Temple. Let's see what this one is. Hold on. I'm going to look in this little book. All right, so some of the keywords would be spiritual love, human love, trust, vision, fulfillment of desire. So Strength card. And then you get the Ship of Solomon, which I guess would be like the Chariot. The Commandery. Let's see. Because I don't recall even seeing the Hermit. So the Commandery is about overcoming obstacles, journey, exploration, dedication, and balanced strength. Prester John. Definitely have to spend some time with these cards, so you can get familiar with what they are and what they translate to. But it might also be important to not think about the original Rider-Waite-Smith and just get a relationship with the deck and what these cards mean. You know, really spend some time with the guidebook and not necessarily try to translate it. I think that's what I might do. Okay, Fortune's Wheel, so Wheel of Fortune. That one's easy enough to remember. What's going on here? Wow. All right. We have the Shekinah. The Wounded King. That's interesting. The Holy Sepulchre. I'm butchering these words, guys. Saras. Lucifer. Easy enough to remember. That's the devil. The Fall of the Temple. So I guess this would be like the Tower. Percival. Dendrain. Boars. The Restoration. Judgment. And Procession of the Grail. Okay. So now you go into your minor suits, your minor arcana, and it starts off with the Lady of Stones. So I guess this would be like the Queen of Pentacles. The Master of Stones, the King of Pentacles. The Preceptor of Stones. I think that would be the Page. Let me just check in the book and see. I believe the Lady, okay, is the Queen. The Master is the King. The Preceptor is the Knight. So this would be the Knight of Stones, Knight of Pentacles. And the Brother of Stones is the Page of Pentacles. And then we have the One of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles. Now, where's the second pentacle? I see that one there. If the pentacles are the green ones, right? I think. Then where would be the second pentacle in this one? Unless I'm blind. Guys, I don't know. This deck is not really doing it for me. It's definitely one that would have to grow on me and would be used for very specific readings. But you have the Three of Stones. So I guess there's just not, you don't get 3 stones or you don't get 2 stones. You just get that one green one. So I don't know how you would be able to tell the difference. Like if you didn't have these words on here, I don't know how you would be able to come to understand that this card represents the 3 of Pentacles. But okay. So you have the 4 of Pentacles. And the 5 of Pentacles. So he's saying bye. The 6 of Pentacles. All right. the Seven of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. And then we go into our Lady of Swords, so our Queen of Swords, our King of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the Page of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the Two of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the Four of Swords. Okay, our Five of Swords, the Six of Swords, the Seven of Swords, the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Swords, and the Ten of Swords. All right, and then now we're going to go into our lances, which is our wands, our Ace of Wands, I'm sorry, that's not our Ace, that's our Queen of Wands, Lady of Lances, and then we have our King of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Page of Wands. All right, now we have our Ace of Wands here. Okay, and our Two of Wands here. See, this one has two wands, right? I would be able to understand that's a Two of Wands, maybe. All right, here we have our Three of Wands, Four of Wands, our Five of Wands, the Six of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the Eight of Wands, the Nine of Wands, and the Ten of Wands. And finally, we're going to go into our cups. And there's not one cup here. The Queen of Cups, who does not have a cup. And the King of Cups, who has a cup. The Preceptor of Vessels or Cups, which is the Knight of Cups. And the Page of Cups, who does not have a cup. All right, our Ace of Cups, our Two of Cups, who's all alone. I don't see her soulmate anywhere. I see her writing down something. Our Three of Cups, Four of Cups. Five of Cups. The Six of Cups. The Seven of Cups. The Eight of Cups. The Nine of Cups. And the Ten of Cups. And I don't see any happiness there. In fact, everyone looks kind of solemn. They don't look happy. So, you know, for me, this one is just a little bit too different. For me, it's just so different. I'm an Aquarius, so I'm all good with us being different, out the box, all of that. But, you know, for me, it's just to the point where it's like, I don't really understand it. And I have to be able to make sense of it. If I'm going to be reading it, I have to make sense of it. So, but this is, you know, the Grail Tarot. I will say some of the backs of the cards already have little marks and stuff on there that they shouldn't have because I have not used them. So some of the cards already looked a little marked to me. Even just not, I don't know, I'm very particular about my cards. So just looked a little damaged right there, a little scuffed. And so to me, it's just like for the amount that this deck cost, I did expect better quality. I also expected better quality of the boxes, the card stock, and the pictures, the images. Some of the images, they look a little fuzzy. They looked unclear to me, like this one. And also, I just expected to be able to understand the deck, understand what the pictures were trying to represent, and for it to have some sort of correlation with the original Rider-Waite Smith. And it doesn't. But, you know, nevertheless, it is something that, you know, I would be willing to open up and learn more about by reading the guidebook and hopefully being able to understand it better. But this is the Grail Tarot, you know, and I wanted to come and share it with you guys. I had high expectations. I had lots of hope, and I am a little bit disappointed. I definitely am, but, you know, the size of the cards are okay. You know, they're not very, very small, but they're also not very big. The size of them they're okay size. What else can I say? They're colorful, you know, so if you like a colorful deck, you know, they definitely have lots of color to them. And so, yeah, it's definitely up to you if this is something that you want to pick out. So this is where we're going to end the reading, the unboxing part of the video, and we're going to go into the actual reading that we're going to do today. And so I want to do a reading where we talk about, you know, our spirit messages from our ancestors, heal yourself messages, and things of that nature. If you want to stick around and watch that, I would love it. If you don't and you just wanted to see the Grail Tarot, then this is where we might part. And I appreciate you being here and watching this video. All right, so let's go ahead and go into our reading. From here, we'll pull some charms, and let's do that. We'll still use the Grail Tarot, even though I have absolutely no idea what it's talking about, and I don't know if the creator necessarily knows, but maybe I definitely need to read more about it in the guidebook, and then I'll have a better understanding. So let's let this sit for just a second. We'll let the cards sit for a moment, and we'll start off with some spiritual messages from your ancestors. We'll look into some things that you may need to heal and things like that. So starting out, we're going to start off with let's see what I want to use. I'm going to start off with our Ancestor Spirit Oracle cards, okay? So we'll get a spirit message from your ancestors. We'll start there, and this will be fun, okay? So let's see. I do definitely want to unbox these with you guys. This deck is awesome. The Ancestor Spirit Oracle cards are absolutely freaking awesome. So let's see what your ancestors want to say to you at this time. What does your ancestors want to say at this time? Let's see. What does your ancestors want to say at this time? Just one card. Just one card. So at this time, for the viewer and whoever may be watching, your ancestors wants to say, honor the deities around you. All right. Honor the deities around you is the message that your ancestors have for you. So let's see what that's about. And that could just be about them wanting you to pick and have a deity. This is about, prayers. This is about offerings and asking for help. Okay? It says it's okay to ask for help from the spiritual world. This card has appeared for you because an angel, guide, or other spirit helper is assisting you with a question or a problem. Ground, psychically protect, and shield your energy. Then meditate, listen, look, feel, and pay attention to what they're trying to show or say to you. You may feel drawn to learn about or working with a specific god or goddess. All right, so honor the deities around you, ask them for help, pray to them, and give them offerings, guys, okay? So that's your spirit message from your ancestors right now. We're going to leave that right there, and we're going to go into some additional messages, okay? So at this time, let's look into seeing what is the energy that's around you and that's going on right now using the Vintage Wisdom Oracle. We'll start there and then we'll go into it using our tarot. So using the Vintage Wisdom Oracle, let's look into seeing what's the energy going on around you and why, why does your ancestors, why does your spiritual guides want you to know that, it's okay for you to ask for help and to pray and to give them offerings? Why are they asking for you to pray to them and to ask them for help? What's going on with you and what's your energy looking like? All right, let's see. All right. Why does the viewer need to ask for help and to pray at this time? Why does the viewer need to ask for help and to pray at this time? All right, we have awakening. Awakening. So I'm just feeling like, with the awakening card, there's something that you are either going to understand or going to have this epiphany and this awakening to and this powerful realization about, or there's something that's unclear to you right now. There's something that you've been wondering and Spirit wants you to ask them for clarity. Say, Spirit, I don't understand this, and I'm asking you to give me a sign, give me synchronicities, give me something that's going to give me clarity in this situation. I'm going to pull one more, and you'll have a powerful realization. Again, Spirit wants you to meditate, ground your energy, and you are going to have this clear understanding. And then you have grace. You have grace. All right, so let's see what grace is all about. And why are these your messages at this time from your spiritual? So they want me to read about awakening. So I'll start there, okay? It says, a woman emerges from a bed of roses, symbolizing pleasure and pain. She's surrounded by cowslips called little keys of heaven, or Our Lady's keys for their shape. In a room infused with rays of a sunrise shining through an old window pane, her upward gaze is one of recognition or seeing the light. The illuminating power of light, revered as a metaphor by many world cultures and faiths, represents truth, godliness, and the dispelling of darkness. This auspicious card speaks of new light on your pathway. The process of awakening can take many forms, whether subtle, like the soft dawn of a new day, or challenging, as when the searing blade of truth is needed to sever ties that no longer serve you well. Could it be time to wake up and own your part in a situation where it may be otherwise tempting to blame others. Or maybe you need to be brave and release old fears. Make a conscious choice to open like the rose and embrace a fresh perspective on your life. The transitional energy of awakening helps liberate you on your journey of awareness and assists you in discerning the valuable from the valueless. So again, I just feel like you guys are going to be coming to a powerful realization about a particular situation. I do think that you're going to be seeing the light. You're going to have clarity about something. And it's going to be important for you to honor the deities around you, speak with the deities around you, and ask them for help, ask them for assistance with whatever it is that you may not necessarily understand. And then with the grace card, I feel like this is the energy that Spirit is asking you to remain in. It's just to remain graceful, to pause and take heart and return to the miraculous simplicity of the moment. Okay, so having grace in the present, okay, and being soft and gentle and loving and kind. Okay, so this is the energy that Spirit's asking you to remain in, is an energy of light and staying connected with others, staying loving to others, and being humble and grateful for each and everything that you have and for the people who are in your life. Okay, so you guys are going to be coming to some sort of truth and some sort of realization. So let's talk a little bit about that. We're going to go into using our new tarot called the Grail Tarot. And let's see if I can make some sense of this deck, guys. Let's see. So using the Grail Tarot, let's talk about, this awakening that you guys are going to be going through and having, and why grace is an important energy for you to remain in. All right, so these cards, they shuffle okay. They're a little flimsy for me, but like I said, I can roll with a lot of things. So let's talk about it. Why do we have awakening here? Spirit, tell me about awakening, please. Why do we have awakening here for the viewer? There's something with flowers too, because I'm seeing just a lot of flowers. Make sure you're getting out into nature. Make sure, even buying yourself, some flowers. All right, you guys have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands, why is the Nine of Wands here? The Nine of Wands is the energy of determination. It's also an energy of having been through a lot and just, having been hurt a lot. You may be someone who has, some trust issues because you've been hurt a lot in the past. And so the Nine of Wands can be someone who kind of has, their guard up a little bit and they don't want to be hurt anymore. In a typical Nine of Wands deck, why is the Nine of Wands here? In a typical Nine of Wands tarot card, the person is kind of injured, like they have a bruise on their head. We have the Six of Swords. So, okay, so this is good. So this is saying moving forward into a more of a healing place. If you guys see, you have this person who's now resting and they're in this recovery mode. And honestly, I'm getting this feeling just from looking at this, that Spirit wants you to talk to them. Spirit wants you to have a conversation with them. You see how this person is having a conversation and they want you to talk to them. Talk about the pain that you feel. Talk about the hurt and the things that you need to heal and the things that are still keeping you in a period of pain. Maybe those things, issues that you haven't necessarily resolved. I feel like Spirit is willing to take on your battles for you. Spirit is willing to bleed for you. Spirit is willing to sacrifice for you in order to keep you safe and to protect you, in order to heal those wounds for you. So you're going to be able to move to a more peaceful place. If you've been under any type of mental stress or anxiety or anything, any type of emotional turmoil, Spirit is going to be here to rescue you and help you get to a more peaceful place and a place of healing if you are to talk to them and have this conversation with them and let them know about the things that hurt and that are still unhealed, those unhealed parts of you. So by remaining graceful and humble and gentle and soft, that's what they want you to stay in that energy and talk to them. You're going to have an awakening. You're going to have understanding. You're going to have more clarity. Let's get one more card for this spread. Why is awakening here with grace? Thank you. All right, and you have the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups. And this is exactly what I mean. This is you getting to that place of happiness where you are going to be emotionally fulfilled. So this is amazing. Going from the Nine of Wands, which is a place of being hurt and battered and bruised and, you know, having gone through a battle. Whatever battle it is you're going through, these cards are saying that you're going to move forward to a more peaceful place. You're going to move forward to a resolution. Some of you might actually be moving. You may be, it may not even be as deep as all of this. For some of you, in a more simpler message, some of you actually might have to be determined right now and work very hard in order just to move. You might be moving in with your family. You may be moving to a place where you're going to be very, very happy. But whatever this is, it's just saying that some of you are in or have been in a time of, you know, in a difficult time. It's been a challenging time. And Spirit wants you to talk to them so they can help you release those burdens and release that baggage and release whatever it is you're going through so that you can rest and you can heal, you can recover, and you can have your Ten of Cups. You can have everything that it is that you want and that you need. So let's talk some about the things that maybe you do need to heal. What's holding you back and what is this Nine of Wands about? We're going to use the Heal Yourself reading cards so that we can talk some about maybe the things that you do need to heal or you've been working on healing. What are some of the things that, you know, have kept you maybe stuck? So let's talk about it. Using the Heal Yourself reading cards, tell me about this Nine of Wands. Why is the Nine of Wands here? Yeah, I just have one card. Why is the Nine of Wands here for the viewer? Thank you. All right, we have victim consciousness. Victim consciousness. So victim consciousness is always about you changing your perspective, right? And I think that's tying into this awakening card that we have here, is that you are not nobody's victim, okay? Nobody can victimize you because you have the power. And so victim consciousness is about changing your perspective and realizing that you're not nobody's victim. You know, you have the power to change situations. You have the power to they're also giving me a message about blame. So for some of you, you know, maybe you have been through a difficult time with somebody. Maybe there's been a relationship where you've been through a lot. You've been through the ringer with this person. This is somebody who, you know, you make up and things are good, things are great, and then it's something else. Whatever this Nine of Wands is, it just says that you've taken a lot. You've taken a lot, right? But there is a choice in taking a lot, right? Even in especially if it's a relationship type of situation, there's a choice made, you know, where you always have power to leave. You don't have to stay in situations where someone keeps on putting you through this, putting you through that, putting you through the next thing. You have the ability to choose. Like, listen, I'm not nobody's victim, and I'm not going to just sit up here and blame you because you fooled me once, shame on me. But you fool me again, you know, then you fool me once, shame on you. But you fool me again, that's on me, right? So I'm not going to be your victim. You know, you've taken me through a lot, and now it's time for me to move on to my happy place. It's time for me to move on to my Ten of Cups and the things that are going to make me happy and the things that are going to be fulfilling to me. So victim consciousness is about just recognizing that you have the power to change situations so that you are not nobody's victim, and so that somebody doesn't keep taking you through situations where you're constantly being hurt and you constantly have to battle and fight for this, you know? And I feel like with the message as it relates to grace, it's about you moving away from whatever situation this is that has got you in this Nine of Wands, got you all stressed out, tired, you know what I'm saying? Going through a lot. It's about you moving out of that situation gracefully. It's about you remaining classy. You don't have to get irate. You don't have to yell, fight, scream. You know what? I'm just going to take myself out of this situation politely, kindly. Thank you so much for your time, and I wish you the best of luck, right? And just moving away from the situation in a graceful manner. And you are going to be happy. You are going to move to your 10 of Cups. So victim consciousness is just recognizing that you have the power. You do not have to blame anybody for you being in the 9 of Wands energy. If it's something that you want to change, you are able to move out of that. And you need to talk to Spirit about it. Tell them the things that you're going through. They're going to allow you to see the light and have an awakening, possibly about how you can even get yourself out of a particular situation for some of you. All right, so let's go into your final message here, and then we'll pull some charms, okay? So the last thing that your ancestors and your spirit guides want you to know, they want me to pull a postcard from Spirit as well. Some of you have ancestors and people from your family who have a message for you that want to talk to you. So I'm going to pull a postcard from Spirit card to wrap up the reading before we pull charms, okay? So the last message that Spirit wants to say to you is, let's talk about it, Spirit. What's the last message that you have? What's the last message that you have using the mystical healing reading cards, guys? This deck is awesome as well. What's the last message that you want to say? Thank you. All right. Develop stronger concentration is the message, guys. So with develop stronger concentration, Spirit wants you to concentrate on your 10 of Cups. Spirit doesn't want you to concentrate on the past. Spirit doesn't want you to concentrate on everything that you've been through. Spirit don't want you to concentrate on this battle and this wounded warrior energy that you have been in the past, because you're going to be moving away from that. If you haven't already moved away from that, then you will be. But it looks like you're presently moving away from all of that and going into a period where you have the 10 of Cups. You have everything you want, everything you need. You're very, very happy. Spirit wants you to concentrate on your future. Concentrate on the things that are going to make you happy. One thing that we do know is that we create and manifest our own reality through our thoughts. So by concentrating on the things that you do want to happen, and by concentrating on the positive things, then that's how your 10 of Cups comes into fruition, okay? So develop stronger concentration. Some of you really need to take the time to meditate. That is something that's going to be very beneficial and helpful for you. Is just to take the time out just to, to meditate, concentrate on things that you want to bring about in your life, and speak to Spirit, pray to your deities, and give them an offering as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull a postcard from Spirit. And this is by Colette Baron Reed, I believe. Yes, and we're going to pull this to wrap up you guys' reading. And then we'll pull a couple charms real quick before I go. All right, so this is a beautiful deck, and it's big, so I have to take my time and shuffle it because it's big. Okay, so let me get one card, just one. What does the ancestors want to say? Oh, no, that's too many. Nope, just one. What do you want to say? That's too many. Okay, we're just going to take one. I want to take the pink one. Can I take the pink one? Yes. All right, we'll take that one. Because they keep giving me like 4. All right, so it says, Dear you. And first of all, it's so cute. It says, you are divine beauty. So it says, Dear you, the simple yet powerful law of cause and effect means everything is in relationship. Every action on earth has a consequence, and even in the spirit world, there is a consequence for every action taken on your behalf. Right now, you're facing conditions that were set in motion by past decisions. Consequences are coming into being in your favor. They will remind you that making good choices and listening to your intuition pays off. If some things are a little off and uncertain, know that whatever you're facing, you can step beyond it just by using your imagination and acting on that instead of reacting to what is being presented. Everything you think and do has far-reaching reverberations in the web of life. move to higher ground and have faith that what goes around comes around. The universe is always self-correcting anyway. Isn't that amazing? How we adore you. So this is awesome, guys. This is what I'm saying. Develop strong concentration. Think about the things that you want. Think about what you want to do and your 10 of cups, the things that you do want to manifest, because good things are coming to you. Okay. For every action, there's a reaction, right? And so thinking and speaking positive affirmations is going to manifest that 10 of cups. You don't have to worry about the person from the past who hurt you, and you don't have to try to get back at anybody. You don't have to stay there. Move away from that and let's focus on the 10 of cups, because whatever that person did, they are storing up karma for themselves. They're gonna get theirs. You don't have to even worry about that, because that is just how the web of life goes, okay? For every action, there's a reaction. So let's go forward. And now that we have our messages from Spirit, we thank you so much, Spirit, for those messages. We're just going to pull some charms really quickly, guys, to wrap up this reading. And I hope that this message, has been helpful for you. I definitely and certainly enjoyed it. So I'm just going to put our cards to the side, and then we're going to go ahead and pull some charms, okay? So let me grab the bucket, and here it is. And now we're going to pull some charms. It is loud, so forgive me. All right. All right, let's see. All right, we got a lot. We've got a lot, guys. So let me set this down. Really good for you. And let's take a look and see what you got. So using my selenite wand, we see Dora. That's the first thing I'd like to see, is because that means that there's travel. Some of you guys are going to be taking trips, so pack your bag. This is also a charm about, using your imagination with Dora. Some of you have a baby boy and a baby girl. If you're pregnant, you might be having twins, a boy and a girl. I do see a boy and I see a girl. I also have believe. So Spirit wants you to believe, right? Believe anything is possible and stay optimistic and laugh, right? Be pleasant, be happy, and have joy in your life. There's a message that's coming in from afar for some of you. You're going to get a long distance message. I also see some of you are bride to be. So there's definitely some wedding bells that's coming in for some of you. I also have here a Matron of Honor. So some of you may be a Matron of Honor. You may be attending a wedding. It's important for you to pay attention to the details right now. With the magnifying glass, make sure you guys are paying important attention to details, especially if you're signing any type of contracts, anything like that. I see legalities here. So make sure you're paying attention to documents and anything that you're signing, okay? We do have the fall. So the fall being an important time. If you were asking a question about when something might happen, the fall might be an important time there. I do see someone with an S in their name, possibly being very important to you. We have the sun here. So again, happy and joyous times are ahead of you. So definitely happy. We have the luggage keys. So definitely going on a trip, some of you. So that's nice. There's a need for you guys to fix something. This could be repairing your relationship, or maybe you are just fixing some things right now, because I see your tools here. So definitely a need for you to repair or fix something, whether it's a relationship or anything else that you're working on, like a project or something like that. I see a Gemini in your area, in your environment. So some of you may be a Gemini, or there's a Gemini very close to you. We have the butterfly charm. So there's transformations going on. Some of you, we have the Eiffel Tower here. So there's more travel energy. Some of you may be traveling internationally. We have tarot. So some of you might be tarot readers yourselves. I also have ballerina. Some of you might have a child who's into ballerina, or maybe you're into that. But yeah, we also have this little dog here. So some of you, your dog is around you, and their spirit is very near and dear and there to protect you, okay? You have a loyal companion. I also see the Two of Cups. So there's definitely love here. I like this charm. There's definitely love and wedding bells in the energy. as well. Stay optimistic here with the snowman, going back to our message of believing. And be courageous, all right? Make sure you guys are courageous. Something's going to take a little bit of time. With the turtle, it's going to take a little bit of time, maybe until the fall, okay? So some of you are buying a home or moving to a home. We did get that Six of Swords energy that came out in our reading. So definitely a home here. Some of you are traveling homes or changing homes. And then we have this is my little princess charm. I really like this. So some of you definitely have a daughter or even maybe even a son, it could be, but just your child is in your energy, very strong, and really loves you as well. So make sure to dance, have fun, and tie up any loose ends or anything like that. This is about just making sure that you also have the thread and the needle. So make sure that you're tying up any loose ends. Make sure that, you know, literally this could be in a literal sense. Some of you might have a button that needs tightening as well. But yeah, so these are just some of your charms, and I really do hope that, you know, this message resonated with you. It's been so fun working with you guys today and discussing our healing messages, unboxing the Grail Tarot. We did that today, and you know, it's just been really, really great. I definitely had a good time. The Grail Tarot was a little different for me, but I was able to rock with it and roll with it and get you guys' messages out. So I definitely appreciate you taking the time, you know, to stay with me today. So you've been watching Lala Tarot. We unboxed the Grail Tarot, and it's been fun. I'll be back on soon with something else for you guys, and I appreciate you watching. Please like, subscribe, and share these videos, and let me know what you thought. If you want me to come back and show you guys the Forest Fae, let me know down below. You can even just put down in the bottom Forest Fae, or yeah, that would be good. And we'll do a fairy reading with this, and that'd be really, really good too. If that's what you want my next video to be, let me know. We can do fairy readings. All right, guys, I'm Lala, and I hope you guys have a great week ahead. Until next time, mwah. Peace.